Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been trying so hard to be more consistent. Well, my goal is to have at least like minimum one video up a week, and I've been sticking to that. I actually had 2 up last week. Today is gonna be a kind of different video. I've actually been meaning to record this video for a really long time, and I just keep putting it off. I'm not really sure why. Well, I am sure why, but yeah, so the last 2 videos that I put up were actually meant to be this video, but I didn't record it because I just kept chickening out, and then I'd just do another video. So today I said I'm doing it, and that's it. So basically I think the reason that I've been putting this off so much is just because, like anyone else, I don't, like, why would I want to make myself vulnerable? It's obviously not easy to speak about things in my past and to tell people stuff that I've chosen not to tell up until now, because it obviously hurts me to speak about it, and it just puts me in a position where people know a lot about me. But from watching YouTubers myself, I know that I get to know people a lot more when they open up about themselves and they're honest about their lives and they speak about their experiences. And I've had a lot of experiences that I want to talk about, and I want to be real and tell you about myself and what I really think of school. And yeah, so let's not waste any more time, because this video will probably be a bloody long one anyway. Basically, as you can probably tell from the title, today is going to be me telling you my story and just my life and what I've been through, and mostly about kind of my school experience, because I know people have been asking me to do that. So yeah, starting off with my family. I'm the oldest child in my family. There's me and my brother Rob, who's 2 years younger than me, and then James, who is 10 years younger than me. So there's a huge age gap between me and Rob and him. Basically, starting off with primary school. I started primary school when I was just gone 4. I remember my mom, I think, thought that I was too young, not even my age that was too young. She thought that I wasn't ready. She says all the time that she wishes that she waited another year to send me to school. Not because I wasn't able for the work or anything like that, and that I wasn't mature enough. It's just I was such a quiet, shy, nervous little girl, and she just didn't think that I was ready to go to school yet. Like I said, was really quiet. To be honest, I don't even really remember much of primary school. I think I might have blocked a lot of it out, just because I found it difficult being so shy and so low in self-confidence. I have never been like a confident person, but I definitely wasn't at this age. I used to literally cry when we were playing out in the yard, and I remember I used to cry towards the end of school because I was so worried that no one would collect me. I remember crying, like literally looking out the window waiting to see if like my dad or whoever was going to be there to collect me, and they always did, of course. But that was just like in my head. I was never quite really at home. I was always still shy, like with people that I didn't know, but with my family and my like friends that lived on my road and stuff, I wasn't really quiet. But anyway, so basically it got to about 2nd class, I think, and I had this friend who wasn't really a friend to me at all. She didn't treat me nicely at all, and I thought this was fine. Like I don't know, like, to be honest with you, I don't really remember in detail, but my mom tells me all the time like the stories that I would have told her, but I didn't tell her for ages. I went to school and I hated it. I dreaded going every single day. I couldn't wait to get out of the place. I didn't play any sports. I didn't do any extra like curricular sort of activities until like I think when I was in like 6th class or something, which was when I was like 12. Because I just didn't have the confidence to, and I felt that I wasn't good enough at anything. I had such low self-confidence. I didn't think that I could play sport. I didn't think that I was good at anything in school, even though I was fine. Like I was never top of the bloody class, I don't think, but like I never had any problems. And yeah, so basically this girl wasn't very nice to me, didn't treat me like a friend, and eventually I got sick of it and one day told my mom after school. Of course my mom straight away, once I told her, pretty sure that was pretty much it sorted out, because she went straight into the school. I don't think the teacher did anything about it. Pretty sure she had a bit of a nightmare trying to sort it out, had to go to the principal and this, that and the other, but eventually I remember it just kind of stopped. I don't know how it stopped or what resolved it, but I just remember not paying her any attention anymore. I did start to make 1 or 2 friends then towards the last few years that were nice to me. I did sort of start to pick up a little bit and get a tiny bit of confidence, a tiny bit. I think I was never really confident as well because I was never skinny. I was never really overweight or anything, but I was a bit overweight, and a lot, well, overweight compared to a lot of the girls that would have been in my class. You know, lots of kids are really naturally skinny and really naturally outgoing. Eventually then it got to leaving primary school and moving on to secondary school, and I of course was excited. I went to an all girls primary school and an all girls secondary school. They're really close, so a lot of people from my primary school went to the same secondary school as me, which was nice because just even knowing faces is always nice when you're starting somewhere new. So basically then I found the change really difficult going into secondary school, because I think just because I'm so I was so quiet and self-conscious. I think I was quite quiet for the whole of first year. I don't really think well, like I did sort of make friends, but like not like really good friends or anything. Then I think by second year I sort of started to make friends, and my best friend now asked me, I think in second year, what age would we have been? Probably about 13, 14, 13, and my friend asked me to go to Wes. If anyone doesn't know, Wes is a disco, and I remember being like, oh, I don't know if my mum will let me go. Like, I don't know why I was like that, because my mum didn't let me do stuff really. Like my parents were never really strict at all unless like they had to be. So yeah, I remember coming home and I was so nervous to ask my mom, and I was just like, Mom, like some of the girls in school are going blah blah, and of course my mom said yeah, because she was probably delighted that I actually had friends. So yeah, we went, and that was sort of it. Like, pretty sure we went to every single one after that. I never really look back on primary school now, and that's I think why I've sort of blocked it out. I just gone on with my life. I don't even think most of my friends really know anything about me then, or even the girls that were in my class probably wouldn't have even known, because obviously I didn't speak. I sort of just started to grow into myself. I kind of started wearing makeup, started taking an interest in how I looked, started taking an interest in what I wore. Looking back now, the absolute state of me, but at the time that was what everyone wore. I ended up getting a boyfriend and all that stuff. And what happened next? So after that, basically my group of friends got even closer, and there's 6 of us. We called ourselves FFE, which stands for 5 friends each. We did everything together, and it made going to school so much nicer. I actually would like genuinely love to go back now. Like, I'm one of those people that really misses school. Like, I will be that annoying person that tells you that school is the best day of your lives, or the best days of your lives, and yeah, so I don't know if that's just me. I say it all the time to my friends, I'm like, oh, I wish I could go back to then, and they're like like, I'm pretty sure this is just me, because I don't know, it's just not the same anymore, not getting to see all my friends every single day, and the fun that we used to have just on break time and stuff like that. And like, it's just so nice having a group of friends that are so supportive of you, and like, you can guarantee that if I didn't do my homework, they didn't do their homework, and if I needed to copy off someone, I could copy off someone. Friends make a huge difference to your life, obviously. But then when we were in 3rd year, we were about 15, a friend of ours, that like a girl that was in my year, was very sick with cancer and passed away. This obviously was tough on the whole year to talk about points and stuff like that. I was never really like top of the class or anything like that. I never tried to be. I just, like, I did my homework and always went to school, and like, I wasn't really a study buddy. Like, I didn't spend hours putting in loads and loads of work, but like, yeah, I was fine. Like, I always did well. Then when it got to sort of like 5th year, when we had to decide what we were doing, I had no idea what I wanted to do. At the time I was like obsessed with my weight and eating healthily and going to the gym and all that, so I thought that I wanted to be a nutritionist for a while, like hardly, but I didn't have a clue for the whole of 4th year, 5th year, when we were like meeting with guidance counsellor and everything else. When it came to 6th year, I decided just at Christmas, literally just before the mocks basically, that I wanted to do fashion design. Like, I'd been looking at the course and stuff like that, but I hadn't decided anything on it, and you needed to make a portfolio for this course, as well as get, like, I think it was basic enough requirements. I think you needed a good enough mark in art, and the rest was basically just passing higher level subjects or whatever else. I'm not even sure. It wasn't like I wasn't worried about the points, put it that way. So then when it got, yeah, so basically I went to my art teacher. We were really lucky in that we had portfolio classes after school on a Friday, which was the bane of my life. I used to hate going to it, and we worked on our portfolios, and our teacher gave us a direction or whatever else. So I just basically put my head down and worked a lot on that, and got it finished by March. Handed it in, and I actually knew, I think, when was it, by about April, that I had been accepted. Where was it? May? It could have been May, about April, May, let's say, that I'd been accepted, and of course I was delighted with that. I was accepted on my portfolio, but then it depended, I had to get the points, which I wasn't really worried about anyway. So then I did the leaving cert. I came out with fairly average points. A lot of my friends got like in and around the same points. Like, didn't get 600 points, but I didn't need to get 600 points, and there's no point in putting me under the stress of getting those points when I needed a portfolio. So obviously I put my time into that, and I still kept up doing my homework and whatever else. I don't even think I really studied. Sorry, I literally keep moving position. It must be so annoying. It's because my card keeps saying that it's full, so I have to keep taking the videos off, and I don't know what's wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, like, it's not actually normal. But anyway, let's get back to it. So where was I at? Yeah, so my parents never put a huge amount of pressure on me, like, once I was doing what I wanted to do. They were happy with that. They didn't want me to study day and night or anything like that. They always let me go out or do my own thing as well, which I think is actually important, to be honest. I could never understand those people who were literally not allowed to go out during their last year of school. But yeah, so I just think there's so much stress put on the leaving cert, and like just saying, everyone thinks that it will literally define their future, and that's not the case at all. There's so many other ways, and if it's meant for you, it won't pass you by. So whatever you're meant to do will come your way, and you'll get there somehow once you just keep working as hard as you can. I still don't have a clue what I actually want to do. Like, I change my mind every single day. So then when I left school, I went to college. I like college. I'm still there now. I'm in second year. And basically when I went to college, I knew a few people that were going to be in my course. It's a really small course. There was about less than 20 in my class when I started. In my year actually. Yeah, so I made really good friends in college. In the January that I just started, one day I was on my way home from college. I was on the Lewis, and I got a phone call from one of the other girls from our group, FFE. She told me that one of the other girls was in the hospital and she had collapsed. So as soon as I heard this, I got an awful feeling. I couldn't stop crying the whole way home on the Lewis, and I rang my dad immediately and he tried to calm me down, but I think I just knew that it wasn't good. I feel like you just get a feeling, you know when something's going to be okay, and you know when something's not going to be okay. And I went home, and a couple of days later we got the news that she was not gonna be okay, and unfortunately we lost our beautiful friend. So as you can imagine, this was really difficult. I was 18, and all of us stuck together again. We're still sticking together. Basically after this I sort of felt or acted like nothing had happened, and I just got on with college. I got an extension on one assignment because the funeral was on that day. I just had to get back into college then after that, and I found it difficult, but I did it, and that was fine. I passed first year. It was the summer and everything was fine over the summer. When it got to going back to college, I had this huge fear of getting the Lewis. I couldn't get any more. I think it's just because of the phone call that I'd received on the Lewis. I just had this awful feeling, and I was just so nervous of leaving my house. I was terrified that something would happen to my family or my friends, and I felt like I had to protect them, even though what could I do? Like, these situations happen and you can't do anything about them. I carried on going to college. I worked really hard to pass my driving test so that I wouldn't have to get the Lewis anymore. I worked for the whole summer before I went back to college, and bought myself a car, and I carried on doing my best going into college. But like I said, I found it really hard to even leave my house. I was late for college nearly every day because I couldn't get myself to leave the house. It would take me a good 15-20 minutes to stop, and I'd just have to sit down and have a cup of tea and try and get myself to go. Sometimes I wouldn't go at all. And when I did go in, I felt nervous the whole way because I knew I was late and everyone would pick up on that and everything else. Nobody really knew though why this was, and I don't think I even really knew why it was. I was just finding it difficult basically, and I just had this thing towards college especially that I just couldn't go. I just had all these bad feelings because of the phone call that I received first of all in Lewis, and then the second phone call that I received that she wasn't going to be okay. I was sitting in college, so I just wanted to stay at home all the time, and I literally had a fear of like leaving my house for a couple of weeks. I used to literally cry the whole way into college. Like, that's not like me at all. I've never been a crier. Still did try my best to do my college work, but it obviously wasn't enough because I actually ended up failing second year, and I'm now repeating. Basically I failed one of my modules, so I have to repeat the whole module for the whole of this year, which I was not very happy about at all, because I worked so hard to go straight into third level after school. I literally put myself out, I put myself under so much pressure during sixth year, trying so hard to get my portfolio good enough, and